Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Looks like we are live on air. Hi, Zbyszek. How are you this afternoon?
Hello, Michał. I'm fine, thanks. And how about you?
Good. Not too bad. Just for the little housekeeping, if you can maybe sort of write in the comments if you can hear us and see us okay. If you can drop a quick comment, that will be great. And then we know that we can start and we are ready to roll. Maybe wait just a little bit for some folks to gather up, and then we'll be starting very soon. I would say maybe just 1 more minute, and then we can start. As probably people are still joining. Okie dokie. Perfect. Good. Okay, I think we can start. I guess there's just to be fair for those who are on time. Let's start. I'm Michał Mroczkiewicz, tech advisor at Solwit, and for just a spot of context, Solwit is a company that's all about developing and testing IT solutions. There's no big surprises here. We are providing top-notch software-related services for startups, scale-ups, and also well-established enterprises as well, pretty much across industries, with obviously a very keen focus on AI, IoT, and ML, which we'll be touching on those subjects a little bit more this afternoon. We've also thrilled to have Zbyszek Usarek on board with us today. Zbyszek is an AI and machine learning professional from Solwit, and Zbyszek knows his stuff really well, and he's here to help us to get a better handle on all things AI. It's actually our first Solwit Level Up series, and it's aimed for or at IT and business leaders looking in the ways to scale up their businesses with all these modern technologies like AI, for example. And if you are curious about our next episodes, because there will be some more coming soon, feel free to follow our company profile where we share tech knowledge and also some success stories, some real case examples and case studies from the business perspective and from the technology perspective as well. So that's pretty much our sort of little housekeeping done. So basically just a little agenda for today. Throughout the session, we would like to get this our conversation flowing as well with you guys. So if you got any questions, just feel free to drop the questions in the comments section on LinkedIn, and we will have a little Q&A session at the end, and we hope to basically answer. Zbyszek will be answering all your questions, or maybe not all, depending on how many questions there will be. But obviously, if there is more than we have time for today, then we will reply in the form of either a LinkedIn post, or we'll come up with something. And to basically anticipate your first question, yes, there is a recording. There will be a recording available as well. Okie doke. So once again, happy to have you all here with us, and we'll be basically diving into the world of AI and hopefully getting some uncovering a little bit of so maybe demystifying some myths as well, and basically sort of trying to make this subject a little bit closer, also in the business context, not so much in the technological context, that as well, but just to keep it in the realms of business. We've also got some sort of freebie for you. There's a little something at the end. Just basically it will be a free session, free consultation session with our experts. Also, basically you can get some more personalized insights of how to throw an AI into your sort of business perspective as well. So stick around to the end, because there's also a little bit bonus on the very end that will be mentioned later on. Okay, so I think there is no point to waste any more time for the intro. We can sort of basically dive into the first question. Zbyszek, are you ready?
Yes, of course.
Brilliant. Okie dokie. So just basically starting from the beginning, we can probably maybe get some more clear definition of an AI, because we are living in a world where AI is pretty much everywhere. We're opening the fridge and there is AI there. So just getting a little more of a practical understanding and grasping the significance of what AI really is. And on a slightly sort of legal topic, let's say, that there's also an interesting absence of the unified global approach to AI regulations, because countries around the world are basically in the varying stages of shaping their strategies for regulating AI. And that's quite a unique perspective these days, because everything seems to be more or less regulated these days, and AI is still sort of wild west a little bit. So yeah, if you can maybe just start with a clear definition of AI, that would be I think perfect starting point for our today's discussion.
Yes, that's all true. I'm convinced that most people think about AI in terms of some artificial entities that they know from sci-fi movies or animations. And among these entities, there are both unfriendly or even villains, like in Matrix, like in Terminator or Age of Ultron. On the other hand, we have also friendly creatures like Robot Wall-E, R2-D2, and so on. But the truth is that AI is usually more is simpler and more specialized. Um, there are many different definitions of AI, so maybe stick to one of them. So in general, we can talk about AI when a machine or a computer system try to imitate, mimic some processes or activities normally made by a human intelligence. Mm-hmm. So, for example, our cars are able to recognize traffic signs or road landmarks. On the other hand, we have our email inboxes where emails are classified as spam or not spam. And there are many other examples of such really simple AI implementations. I think that's all.
Yeah, that's a pretty good explanation. That basically it's not a scary Skynet entity that will basically plotting to sort of wipe us from the planet Earth, but more something that we can basically still use as humans to our advantage and basically make it work for us, sometimes instead of us, but in for the good cause. So thanks for that. Also, we can maybe sort of following this path unpack the terminology a bit, because we've got obviously there are some differences between artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. So that's the buzzwords that are basically sort of circling around. And perhaps if you can maybe share some down-to-earth examples to help us demystify these concepts. So machine learning, AI, and deep learning.
So we already know what AI more or less is, right? Machine learning is a subfield of artificial intelligence. It covers area of algorithms that can learn from data. They improve their performance because of this learning process. So not every AI algorithm is also a machine learning algorithm. So AI is a broader field. It encompasses machine learning, natural language processing, and, for example, computer vision. Machine learning itself is, I like such analogy. So machine learning algorithm is like a newborn. At the beginning, such newborn knows nothing about the world, but due to experiences, this child learns how to live in this world. And similarly with algorithms, ML algorithms, they are fed with some data, they are exposed to some data, and they learn to do their best in a specific or more general issues. So that's about machine learning. And maybe a deep dive into deep learning. So deep learning is also a subfield, but of machine learning. And we can talk about deep learning when a machine learning algorithm is a deep neural network. So every neural network has some group of neurons. These neurons are grouped in layers, and we can talk about three types of layers in general, of course. So we have input layer, some number of hidden layers, and the output layer. And if we have more than one hidden layer, we can call our network as a deep neural network. And in fact, in the everyday use, our neural networks are usually deep, not shallow neural networks. And because of this complexity, such neural networks are able to solve issues that are more complicated than in the case of traditional machine learning algorithms. So from the business point of view, they have great capabilities of using in very various tasks. So I think that's
yep, that basically covers it very nicely without going too deep into the technical side of it. So thanks for keeping it relatively simple. You've mentioned business, and great, because my next question is business related. Let's assume I'm a business owner with some innovative AI concept, and how I can transform this innovation, this idea, into the reality. If you can maybe discuss the options available, basically. I've heard something about edge, some cloud solutions, as probably pretty much most of our audience heard those terms as well. So you can maybe so shine some light into those and how they can factor into the decision-making process in the business context.
Yeah. As you mentioned, we have edge and cloud solutions, but from the beginning, there are several different ways of implementing AI in different businesses. So I can tell about three of them. So usually we start from a workshop with our potential customer to identify his or her needs, requirements, what functionalities our customers want. And then we try to place these expectations in one of the three cases that I will talk about in the moment. So the first option is to use edge solutions that are AI models deployed on devices that are close to the data source. So if you have limited bandwidth, or if you need to process your data in real time, let's say, the edge solution is probably the best case. Another option is to use your local machine resources. So if you have a sufficiently powerful computer, you can deploy a machine learning model directly on this machine. And this can be a good option in the case where your machine can handle computations, and also if your internal organization policy restricts leaving data outside your internal network, for example, for some reasons. So that's the second option. And the third option, finally, is cloud-based solutions. They have many benefits, like scalability, like the opportunity to have your model from anywhere in the world, and you doesn't care about scale at which your models are used. Of course, you should consider how powerful machine declare for your application, but it's more flexible than local solution, of course. And I think that's it.
Okay, so sounds like there's something for everyone, really. So depending on really the need, and yeah, well, that's like companies like Solwit are there to sort of help with that, making that choice as well, because it all depends and all different sort of, I guess, costs involved with that as well. So there is quite a few things involved. So yeah, great. Thanks for that insights. You've also talked a little bit about a cloud, and I know that the Google Cloud, we are a partner of Google, so the Google Cloud is quite close to us. So perhaps you can maybe tell a little bit more about Google Cloud AI offerings, particularly something called Vertex AI as well. I know that there's such a term, but it's more of a buzzword for me, to be perfectly honest. So if you can maybe just focus on that a little bit more, and again, just in the context of contributing to addressing the real world challenges and some examples as well. So that would be great.
Yeah, right, Michał. Of course, I can tell you more about services, AI services from Google. So Google offers a wide range of different solutions, from simple to more complex, and all depends on your experience, of your employees. So if you don't have any developers familiar with AI, but you have a business issue that can be solved with with models that are already out of the box, are ready to use, you should choose predefined APIs. So there are at least several different predefined APIs offered by Google. So one example is Google Cloud Vision API. With the help of this tool, you can send a request with your for example, image or PDF file, and you can get back information about text included in these documents, or human faces in image you sent. So this is the simplest solution. The more advanced solution is, for example, AutoML. So if you have your own data and you want to customize models to make some insights from your data, you can do it with the use of AutoML, and you probably don't need any specialized AI engineers or developers. Only people who are quite technical, let's say. So imagine that you want to distinguish between onions and potatoes. So just provide for instance, 100 photos of diverse and representative potatoes, and another set of also diverse and representative onions. You fit model with this set of data, and probably your model, AutoML model, provided and hosted by Google, can later be used to distinguish these two kind of vegetables. So it was a second solution at the highest level. Demands that you have some experts, AI, ML engineers, or data scientists on your board. And if it is your case, you can use their experience to make your very own solutions. So from very beginning to production, your developers can train, evaluate, make some test predictions, and finally deploy your model into production using various tools available inside Vertex AI. So let's go to Vertex AI. It's a platform, unified AI platform provided by Google, in which this almost all activities can be done. Only mentioned on the beginning of my answer, predefined APIs are separate solutions, but anything other are gathered in this Vertex AI platform. So I think that's quite a good summarization of Google AI services.
Definitely great clarification here, Zbyszek. And again, if you guys wanted to go a little bit sort of deeper into the details and technical side of things, more than welcome to use one of our free consultation sessions. The link will be in the comments after we finish the main section here. But a few times something like models popped into your answers, Zbyszek. So maybe we can go a little bit more into the generative AI and large language models, because these terms often spark curiosity as well, and again maybe just are not exactly clear. So we can maybe go a little bit deeper into those concepts and explain how they fit into the broader AI landscape that we discussed earlier.
Sure. So maybe I will start from clarifying what is difference between algorithm and a model. So you can think, if you are a programmer, you can think about it like on a difference between class and instance of this class. So model is specifically trained and prepared to prediction model, but algorithm is rather some skeleton of this model. But according to your question, generative AI and large language models, now I will use in short Gen AI and LLMs, are probably two of the most exciting areas of artificial intelligence nowadays, and they are both a subfield of deep learning, because in all these cases we use deep neural networks. So the characteristic of Gen AI is that models, generative models, are able to generate some new content rather than predict some and make some insights from your data. So they generate some new data, like images, like text, or like videos even. So let's go to LLMs. You could ask when can we call a language model a large language model? So there isn't any clear definition, as I know, but usually LLMs have billions of parameters, and they are trained on massive data sets like Wikipedia or Common Crawl, and they are unique models because they can be used to very different tasks. They can summarize texts, they can be chatbots, they can mm, make some sentiment analysis. So usually machine learning models have a specific objective. And the uniqueness of LLMs is that they can be tuned simply using your prompt to give you a specific feedback that you want. And this is great, in my opinion.
Something we all know from ChatGPTs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
bards of this world.
And it's it. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Also, we've got this Gen and AI and LLMs. It's not an easy abbreviations to make, but if we can maybe push for that sort of examples again, but from the entrepreneurial point of view, if you can maybe just see how we can harness the power of Gen AI and LLMs in the business context, maybe some general examples, because we can maybe just go later on into the more specific examples, because I guess we've got at Solwit, you work on some case studies that perhaps we can maybe talk about a little bit more here, but more general general Gen AI and LLMs in a business context. Just a few general examples. If we can start with that, would be great.
So maybe in the context of Gen AI, I will mention about two cases. So first case, imagine that you are the owner of a family amusement park, and you really take care about what people think about your business, and you try to respond to every post that is left under your Google profile, okay? And
sounds like a tedious task.
Yes, at large scale, it will be very time consuming. So why not to use pre-trained, ready to use general purpose LLM? Yeah. So the only thing that you need to do is to communicate with this LLM via API, and to connect this cloud-hosted model with your application, and then respond to probably the simplest posts automatically. Yeah. Of course, you can deploy some additional layers to redirect some posts to a human and control these responses, because you don't want to make machine totally automotive, as I think. But the true value is that you have some draft, and you can approve it or not, and it probably gives you more productivity in this task.
Definitely.
Yeah. So the second, more business, in my opinion, more internal case can be if you have many PDF files in your database and you want to extract some specific information from these files. So why not to use several solutions from Google, like document, like LLM, document matching, and OCR connected together to extract data piece by piece, and to later use this extracted data to make some searching with the LLMs and summarize results for you. So there are some architectures already made by Google that you can treat as an inspiration and use in your business case. Okay.
Perfect. So yeah, basically following on that, we can maybe just go a little bit more in real life world examples, like from your line of work at Solwit. We've done quite a lot of different AI projects. Maybe if something springs to your mind that it's maybe worth mentioning, that would be great. Just to grasp that, that the example that is a little bit more tangible, because just to see it in practice.
Yeah, Michał. So in Solvit, we are specialized in computer vision, so it's also AI and usually deep learning also. Maybe take Bunge for instance. We collaborated with Bunge to make a computer vision based quality control system, and you can treat this system as an AI assistant of production worker. Our client had an had a problem with labels on their products. So we help to automate the process of verification of those labels, and it saves much money, as I suppose, and speed up this whole process. This process. So the second example can be our service called Shelf Inspection AI. So this service uses models, computer vision models that are hosted in Google Cloud. And if you have, and if you are a retailer, you can use this solution. It can be customized for you, and it's basically dedicated to analyzing shelves. We can show which products are existing on your shelves, how many products of a specific kind are on the image, and so on. So these two examples, I think it's enough.
Yeah, it's probably quite a bit more, but that's obviously, we've got a few more examples at our blog posts as well. If someone is keen to look into it, great. But that gives a good sort of snippet of what's possible, and it all seems like basically if there is a repetitive task, that it's also sort of prone to making an error. an easy mistake, then the computer vision combined with AI can basically make it all well, more effective,
Yes,
more
agree.
efficient as well. And it's basically how we can harness that in the business context. Well, one of the examples, obviously, but quite I would say more and more popular ones, when we can just basically replace something that it's not really as efficient as it could be, to make it more sort of smooth on all levels. So great, thanks for that. I think I'm basically I'm pretty much run out of my questions, and also we sort of running out of time a little bit. We've got 45 minutes for today's live event, and maybe we can jump into the Q&A if you don't mind, Zbyszek. And I think we've got the first question from Marek. And Marek is asking, how can AI help in reducing CO2 emissions? So that's some eco question. I'm not sure if that's lies in our sort of direct expertise, but here we go. As a question, we can try to answer it.
So the one idea that I have may concern optimization of your driving style, or if we have autonomous machines, vehicles, we can also use machine learning algorithms to optimize their characteristics, engine and characteristics, to make it the most economic in terms of CO2 emissions also. So I know that AI itself also have a contribution because of very big computational power used for it running, but I think that we can recompensate it by using also in this case.
Yeah. Something that springs to my mind is even in the Google Maps, we've got it's evolving as well, and obviously maybe also a bit of the sort of AI bits and bobs as well. It's basically planning a route, for example. If it's a more
yes, it's
optimized
also a
route
good
for your
example.
engine, then you can sort of less use less fuel, and then by that basically save some CO2 emissions as well. And perhaps there will be some more examples. It's fairly specific to that specific use case, but I guess that there will be some applications of AI for that as well.
Yes,
I wonder if we got any more questions from our audience today. Doesn't look like it. Probably not, unless I'm missing something. So that's no worries. So hopefully you explained everything so well, Zbyszek, that there is no questions, which is good.
I hope.
Right, but in all seriousness, if you've got any more questions, we are all both for you, and you can drop us a DM on LinkedIn, or drop me an email as well, or use that free consulting session as well. So basically, just to wrap things up, really, we are here for you to basically help you to harness the AI potential for your business, for your specific use cases. And if you don't know where to start, and it's perfectly normal, then we are pleased to offer this complimentary 30-minute consultation, completely, obviously, no obligation on that stage. Just basically to outline together your AI journey, so where it can be used, if it's sensible to use it, because sometimes it's obviously it's a very big hype these days. So sometimes it's really down to specific needs, and if it's needed, great. If it's not really that unnecessary, perhaps maybe it's a solution of a different type needed. So yeah, we basically can help you with making those decisions as well, and maybe not spending too much money when there is no need for that. So you can secure your spot for this consultation by clicking the Calendly link, and the link will be in the comment. And hey, if you are from Tri-City, it's a beautiful area on the north of Poland, and you want an excuse to explore this beautiful city, there's even on my shirt here. And we've got a bit of a treat for you. We've got 10 passes up for grabs for our upcoming AI event, which will be basically holding in Gdańsk in Olivia Tower. That's on 14th of September, so reasonably soon. Again, shoot me an email. Check the email address in the comment if you're interested. And we've got this 10 passes to give away. So that's something for you apart from that free consultation that we've got on offer as well. So I guess that's the wrap for today for our LinkedIn live event. It was our first live, so excuse any imperfections because we just starting. Stay connected, stay curious, and keep innovating. Until the next time, take care, guys, and thank you very much, Zbyszek, for your participation.
Thank you also.